Well, good morning and welcome to Montana. We're out on another gold adventure today, and we'll see how it goes. So we're down, we got a weed whacker, a saw. We're cutting a trail into this bench down here. Bob and Kevin are down there already going to work. You might be able to hear it in the background. We were here in April. There was still a little snow on the ground. We went down and tested this gravel bar, and there we had gold in every single pan we did. So it'll be interesting when we put a sluice in the water today what we turn up with. I'll get my waders on and we'll go from there. Get the sluice box set up. It's going to be warm today, 87 degrees I think they're saying. So, but right now it's cool, we're in the trees, so that'll be a pretty fun day. Also tell you more a little bit. Had a guy come look, very knowledgeable guy, come look at my sluice box mats here yesterday. So I'll fill you in on what that was all about. But right now I'll get my waders on, go help clear the trail, and we'll get down to the creek and see what we can find. Okay, we cut our way in here and weed whacked, and well, there's a weed whacker over there, but cut our way in here. Here's a stream. It's way down from what it was a couple weeks ago even. So it left us a nice gravel bar here. We're gonna dig right here into this bank and see what we come up with. We tested over there, do a couple pest cans, see what we find, and we'll get this sluice set up. Kevin, he's getting down here, got all of his stuff. Well, I think that is going to be a good place to set the sluice. I had to move a few rocks to make it deep enough. But it's close to our hole, and I think it's going to give us the right flow. We'll see. I might have to move a few more rocks. Yeah, let's see how it goes. There we go. That should do it. Get rid of a few air bubbles. That's about the right flow we want. There we go. I think we're good to go. Okay, here's our operation. Look at all that gravel. We are classifying to 1/2 inch for right now. We can kind of keep track of how much dirt we run, how much gold we're getting. Hobby miner doesn't necessarily have to be classified. Sure looks good with all that round river rock.
Good looking material.
Very good looking material. See what it looks like when we get it in the sluice, and see how much black sand and stuff we got. Bob, he's got his sluice set up over here. We've got first version of the grizzly bar mats in there, and some levelers on there, so he's good to go. We got the first bucket ready to go. That didn't take too long at all. That's right. So, put the first couple scoops in, and it's working. So this front mat has a 6-degree angle on it, so all the material just doesn't whoosh down the sluice box. It'll sit here and work the heavies to the bottom, and just basically work on off. Use maybe a little more water flow. It's stripping those bigger rocks out. So it builds up there and then filters on down through the sluice, so the sluice isn't overloading going down the dang mat. Pretty quick, looking pretty doggone good. I'm seeing some heavies in there, so that's a good sign. Okay, we'll run a few buckets if we get some gold. Okay, we have ran 3 buckets to see what we got in the mat. Time to do a clean out. Well, got the mat cleaned out. Ooh, there's some black sand in there. Oh, we got lots of black sand. I sure like panning into this bucket because I can take it home. If I missed anything, I can get it back. So we're just panning straight into the creek. Pan pit's perfect for that. Well, there's our clean out. There's a few pieces of gold in there, but we also noticed a lot of floaters. So we got some jet dry in the truck, and we need to bring down a magnet to get rid of the black sand. So anyway, it's in the bucket. and we'll just keep right on going. I think it's about lunchtime. Well, we went up and had some lunch. We got a drill with a magic bit to take care of the black sand. Got some jet dry that Kevin had in the truck so we can get rid of the floaties. And we also did a test pan, and it was 6, 7, 8 colors in one pan out of this hole. It seems like the deeper we're going, the better it's getting, and a lot more black sand. Well, that's good. So I mentioned earlier that I had a, what do you call him? Aerospace engineer at my house yesterday, and he teaches fluid dynamics at a university. And he was telling me, I took a look and I explained my sluice box map to him with the grizzly bar, and the angle with the 6-degree angle in the front and everything. And he sits there and he listened for a bit, and then he comes back and, you know, he just kind of took it all in, and he goes, a little bit later, he goes, you know that map, he says, with those ribs in there, he says, that's genius. He says to keep the big rocks up off of the bottom of the mat to keep the, you know, from washing out your gold below. He says, that's genius, and he says, he really liked the design. He said, that should work really good. He also talked to me about maybe testing some different types of silicone, measuring the difference and all that. And I said, well, I'm a practical guy. I know it works. He says, yes, gold, it's the softness of the silicone which keeps the gold in and keeps it in there. And so hopefully I'll get to pick his brain a little bit more. Very interesting fellow. So that was cool and made me kind of puff up a little bit with him saying that about the map and the little pockets to trap the gold instead of it, you know, being wide open. So that was really cool. I just thought I'd share that with you. So we're going to get back to digging some gold, and hopefully this hole will get a lot better. Well, Kevin brought up an interesting question. This material is getting damp enough now that we're getting some stuff sticking to the bigger rocks. But then, do you gain or lose when you're wet classifying in water? Are we going to get floaters as small as the gold is? So, yeah, do you gain or lose by wet classifying, or just leave what's on the rocks? Anyway, I think we've opted for wet classifying, and it is what it is. So, interesting thought though, because it is really small gold.
I think what we're going to lose isn't going to be as much as we're going to gain by wet classifying.
True, because there's a lot of dirt left on them rocks.
But it's an interesting question.
It is.
Should we be adding jet dry to our classification bucket?
Yeah, jet dry on the classification. Oh, that's a good idea too. Huh. Well, we're back to work. Well, here's an update. I did another test pan, another 2.5 buckets. There is gold and it is getting better the deeper we go. But this is going to have to go home and go on the miller table. There's no way we're panning this stuff out. We're going to be losing all kinds of gold, so we're saving it. But you can't even, yeah, kind of hard to even see it on the mat. But I got little pieces of fine gold all over the mat here on the silicone there. So we'll take this home and get it. So we're back to digging. We're getting down to the water table now, and we're thinking it might be even getting better. So we'll let you know. Bob, he's running his stream sluice over here. Oops, about tripped and fell. 10-inch stream sluice, and we're having a heck of a time getting the water flow just right. The 6-inch seems to be working much better than the 10-inch with this water flow in here. And I keep finding this dang flare on here. making it hard to get the right water flow. So I think Bob needs a 6-inch sluice box. We're going to make him one. For whatever reason, we've been running this for quite a bit, and my 6-inch and the 6-inch just seems to work so much better, so much easier to set up and get the right water flow. So anyway, we'll build Bob a new sluice box, and I'm gonna, maybe I'll put it on camera because we're gonna redesign the mats a little bit for it. You don't know that yet. Anyway, back to digging. Oh, getting a little windy. We're getting a few showers, sun. So we're getting deeper, and we're getting more black sand. And Kevin just did a test pan, and we're still getting gold. So I'm just checking out around another 3 buckets. So we're going to see if it's gold's getting any better. We sure hope so. Kevin, he's the man today. He's been digging like a madman. Dark over there. Kevin's been digging away here. They're getting quite deep. How many buckets? Like,
this is 10 or 11, I think.
Because I ran 9.
Oh, I lost count then.
I think 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, I don't know, 14, 15 buckets anyway. He's going to need his hot tub when he gets home, I think.
They're hard to enjoy when it's 85 degrees though.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let me pan this down. We'll see if it's getting any better. Good news. The gold is getting better. The gold is getting bigger. So I'll have to wait till I get back to the house because getting a picture of the gold out here in the sun and stuff is really, really hard. And I just did a test pan, or just panned that out real quick. So dump it in the concentrates. So we're done digging. That was quite the hole Kevin dug. He got after it. We got a big pile of tailings there. Throw back in the hole. And we got 3 more buckets to run over here. Well, we got the hole filled back in, and we got about 2.5 buckets left to run here. We'll run these out, and we'll go ahead to the house, and I don't know if I'll do Miller table or classify it down and pan it. We'll do something, take the black sand out, and see what kind of gold we did actually get. Coming up, we're having taking a week's vacation, so we'll be prospecting in this area. Got access to quite a few claims down here, so we'll be poking around for a week. And hopefully it turns out pretty good, and hopefully you'll join us. Well, I was surprised on how much gold is actually in this stuff. I've been using, just putting a little scoop in, a couple tablespoons at a time here, cleaning this gold out, and I'm getting 25, 50 pieces of gold for each little scoop I do. And no, it's not going to weigh a whole lot, but I'm happy because I know my sluice box is working really good, and that means more to me than, you know, big chunky gold. Kind of nice to run some of this really tiny gold. We're talking minus 100, minus 200 gold, so that's cool. And I was going to set up the miller table, but I've been super busy lately, and I just decided I'm just going to sit down and pan this out and not mess with setting everything up. So I'm going to use my big, I'm using my big, I don't know what is it, a 14-inch gold pan with a big wide bottom in it, so I can separate the gold from the black sand. And smaller amounts are better. And then we're just going to suck it up. Chase it around a little bit. There we go, got it. I'm almost done. I'll finish it up and I'll show you what we got. Done, and oh my gosh, that's small gold. I'm sure I didn't get every little piece, but darn near, that's small. But I know things are working right, so I'm dang happy with that. Got it all cleaned up. We'll be out for a week-long camping trip here soon, prospecting trip. Stay tuned for that. Also got a new toy coming in the mail. Got a drone, so we'll see how we do with the new drone. That's going to be fun. Take some overhead shots and stuff. So anyway, give me a comment. Tell me what you think. Give me a like, please. Subscribe. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.